This is Weird Guys Part 2 with Tommy Bayer, one of the weirdest guys I know. We didn't even get two debates this episode. The next episode I do to close out the Weird Guy trilogy will just be only Weird Guy debates. But yeah, it's Weird Guys Part 2. There's a plethora of weird guys to talk about and more of our own weird guy experiences. Watch a couple weird guys do their thing. Listen, enjoy. I love you. Bye.
These are the weirdest guys.
These are the weirdest guys you've ever seen.
Some of the weirdest guys who, in my campaign, we're gonna be implementing more weird guys.
Well, a lot of guys, they're told they scare the hose. Newsflash, who needs them? I just need more weird guys.
I've always scared the hose. I'm Obama.
I'm Obama.
I'm Obama, and I scare the hose.
I scare the hose.
I scare the hose into equality.
Yep. I say, look, we're going to get your equality. Booga, booga, booga.
I like to sneak up on the hose and go, boo. Watch out.
I'm
just getting around.
I'm a scary guy, but
now I'm kind of getting into George Bush.
Yeah.
Just getting around.
Hold on. Let me lock in.
George Bush, he's kind of over here.
Oh, yeah, he's a little rascal.
He's a little rascal. He's kind of moving around. He's shifty.
Yeah. And then you got Clinton. He's Hillary's a dumb. She's a dumb
the
bitch.
Hose.
Yeah.
We're scared the hose.
Look, we're I feel like I'm combining my.
I know. I feel like they're all blending into. I did not do
9/11.
I did not do 9/11. Oh shit.
Maybe did I? I don't know.
That hasn't happened yet.
God. Presidents are weird guys.
Presidents?
Yeah.
Oh, they gotta be to want all that. I mean, like, they're like freaks.
Yeah.
They're all like sick freaks.
You know what I heard?
They're all like sexual freaks, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. I heard my brother's old coworker, her uncle is like a major general in the army and some shit.
Okay.
And he was saying to her that every day for breakfast, Donald Trump has a piece of cherry pie and 2 bowls of white rice to start off his day.
That is so weird.
That's
so weird.
Can you imagine if you saw your roommate?
Cherry pie and 2 bowls of white rice. Also,
every day.
That's like, that's so bad for your poops.
I mean, I can't imagine.
Dude, Donald Trump must just be...
He's got to be housing toilets, right? Just putting them to work every day.
Yeah. And I bet he doesn't wipe good either.
Yeah, I guess
you know his ass ain't wiping.
Yeah. Like, I feel like...
2 bowls of white rice?
2 bowls of white rice and a piece of cherry pie.
Ugh. That's like what you give like a cat. Like a sick dog.
Yeah. Like on its way out.
Yeah, on its way out, it's just like they just give him white rice.
Yeah.
He's dying.
We're calling it.
Jesus Christ.
I guess, but like as far as like weird guy, like powerful guys, that's a weird experience. But like,
yeah.
Like what you're saying with like pooping and shit, like that like Donald Trump is ultimately a guy who has to poop at some point.
Everyone has to poop.
Whether like,
yeah,
you can't avoid it.
They all
you can delay it. You can rush it. But
everyone's all the time as adults. You're almost like you almost have to shit your pants like many times throughout the week. So it's really funny to think about the presidents being like, "Oh no,
yeah, I'm Obama and my tummy hurts.
Got to take shit.
I have to go poo poo."
Did you see that clip of Obama? He's doing that speech in front of like kind of like a mostly black like congregation. It's like a bunch of black people like standing behind him and stuff like that. And he's just like in the middle of a sentence, and then like one black woman shouts out, she's like, "You fine." She's like, "You fine." And then he's like, stops and he goes, and then he gets a laugh, huge pop. He gets a huge laugh. He goes, "Did y'all hear that?" Said I was fine. I won't tell Michelle. And he's just leveling the place. And I'm like, these are all criminals. Every president, but like,
it's nice.
Trump kills, Obama kills, Bush kills. They got swag.
They got a little swag.
You know?
Even Biden, when he's like coherent, can have a little sauce to him.
Yeah.
There's that one time where it was like,
Biden is so weird.
yeah,
They must all have such a weird sexual thing.
Yeah, someone asked Biden. I feel like you might know this. They asked him something about like Great Britain.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm Irish, man," and then just walks away. Like, what do you think about this British thing? He goes, "I'm Irish, man." Just out.
You know what? I'm kind of like, so I used to be like, kind of like in my early 20s, just like, we were talking about this on the train, like politically aware. You're like reading the articles.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about it on the train.
Because
like,
you just found out what all of like that political stuff is.
Yeah, I just found out about this political stuff.
And you're like, whoa.
Like, whoa, let me figure it out.
Yeah.
I think
I'm 18.
I
got this.
And I think I'm going to be the guy for this.
Yeah.
We were also talking about on the train how everyone politically stays where they were in college or in those formative years, because that's the like 90% of people, because that's when you're like reading the most, you're intaking the most, and your brain is kind of like a sponge. And then I think everybody just gives up. So everyone just politically stays.
I have two coworkers that continue to like read like you do when you're like 18, and they are two of the most miserable people I've ever met in my life.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I just don't know what we're gonna do about Yemen. And it's like
we work in a restaurant.
You have
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna bus table 7. Let's start there.
We're gonna get those 2 lemonades to table 12. That's a 2-top and they're VIPs. So we need to.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna run these plates and then we'll tap back into this.
we're gonna figure out Yemen during pre-shift. All right. We're gonna
What was I saying? I feel like I had a larger point.
You're most informed when you're 18. You're like reading stuff.
Oh, well, I've like fully have just been like, I don't.
Oh yeah. It's especially because the news always just gets worse, it seems.
No one's happy who reads. Here's the Weird Guy Podcast, episode 2. Thanks for listening. Yep. I'm your host, Tommy Bear.
Take it over.
Join me by my co-host, Matt Hansel.
Yeah.
What's the podcast called?
Common Enemies.
Common Enemies. But this is the Weird Guy.
This is the recurring Weird Guys
part 2.
Yeah.
This is your Protect Our Parks.
Yeah, no, this is like this is the fan favorites now. Haven't even released the last one yet.
Yeah, we're already doing episode 2.
Yeah.
Haven't even put out.
But like, I'm just like, that's how much I believe in Weird Guys. Just being like, no, the fans love this. They're like, I've never.
It's not out.
I should release this one first. And they're like, what?
They're like, what's going on?
Weird Guys too.
We're coming in way too hot.
Yeah.
Talking about damn presidents. Those are top Weird Guys.
100%.
I don't. Here's how do you feel about this? I so don't like being in like control. Like I don't like to be anyone's boss, because I've been working at this restaurant in New York probably the longest out of anybody. So I have to like constantly train people in.
Oh yeah.
Obviously there's high turnover rate. I hate it. I'm bad at it. They're just like, should I do this? And I go and put this. And I'm like, yeah, but you just don't have to. And they do have to.
Yeah, no.
But I'm like, you can just do whatever you want. And then when they do a bad job, I'm like, fucking.
What a dick.
What a dickhead. It's like they don't even know where the fucking forks go.
Anytime I'm training someone at my restaurant, I'm just like, I feel like I'm like a prisoner giving them a tour of the yard. I'm like, there's only darkness that walks these halls. Like, you have to be prepared. Yeah. Look. Your boss hates you. Everyone around you hates you.
The guests hate you.
Customers.
You hate you.
You hate you. The roof is constantly leaking.
Yeah.
Get used to it. Become one with the leak.
Your best friend is one line cook guy.
Yeah, no. And
you don't get to talk to him that much.
You don't get to talk to him, and he has also maybe done crimes that are unmanageable to the human mind.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is hilarious.
He's so funny.
He's
dude,
so funny.
When I first started at this job, speaking of weird guys, I love like the weird guys you get at a restaurant, because a restaurant hires all sorts of people.
Oh,
they literally just want to get anyone to do a job.
Yeah, and everyone's like very charismatic like the first few weeks because like you kind of need to be a little charismatic to be a server. So you come in killing the interview, most people, and then after a month
They're like, why are you the worst worker? And I was like, oh, well, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah,
and
I'm actually addicted to name a new thing. Yeah, I'm actually on that. I'm on that too.
I started that.
Yeah,
I was on that new wave.
Yeah, exactly.
There was this one dishwasher we had, and it was like February, so it was cold. And he comes in from like taking the garbage out or something, and he's like, oh, man, I can't breathe, because no. And he goes, because my mother died. And like this, my mother died 10 years ago, and and my father, he couldn't handle it, so I had to support him. But I was taking on all that, so I was doing a bunch of cocaine at that time.
Yeah,
he just came through the door. I did not ask him about any of this.
No, it just hits you with everything.
And and so I got a deviated septum because I just did way too much cocaine at that time, and yeah, so that's why when I'm outside in the cold, I can't breathe well.
Yeah, well, most guys are not in therapy still. So whenever you meet a new guy, they'll unleash everything on you at some point in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa, all right. I mean, honestly, it's better that than a guy being like, oh, this is everything that's been going on with me for the past couple years. Like, and you've like been friends with him for 8 months at this point, and he just like slams all of it on you, and you're like,
damn,
no,
it's a lot,
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but going back to presidents, imagine how weird you have to want to be the boss.
Yeah, no, I mean, people do like it.
I always get weirded out when people like it.
No, it's crazy.
You have people in like, even in like restaurants, people who like being in control a little too much.
No,
yeah,
like there's people who will like get promoted and then like immediately start like barking out orders, and I'm like, no,
honey,
honey,
not a sleigh,
not slaying,
not slaying right now.
Like you see, it honestly shows you like how like sensitive human nature can be to like circumstances where like one chick got promoted, kind of. And she's not doing a good job.
Just fixing my pants.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to do, man.
Sorry, man.
Fucking nuts.
Did I just fuck up the vibe?
No, it's fine. It's
fixing my pants.
I'll be pissed off the whole time, but it's fine. We'll finish the episode.
Fuck, dude. I gotta dig myself out of this hole.
But like, dude, people at restaurants are just nuts. I think that's
everyone's nuts.
Like, especially here, because no one wants to be just doing, unless you're a bartender. Some bartenders just really like bartending.
Yeah, but that's not where we work.
No. I have 2 bartenders that are like,
maybe your restaurant's a little bit more like industry than mine. Mine's I mean, if you want to talk about weird, I work at a restaurant in a bathhouse.
Yeah, that's odd.
Do you want to? Yeah. I talk about it on my podcast, so I don't really care. And like, people already come in. Like the other day, some guy was just like, "Are you the guy from the fucking bear video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. What do you want?"
What do you want? Shut up. Shut up.
He's
what
like,
do you
dude,
want?
I watched that like all the time, and I'm like, Do you want a frittata?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
well, people. So I work at I know it's so normal for me, but there's a bathhouse in Brooklyn, and it's kind of like a little bougie, but not really that nice, but I mean, I couldn't afford it,
Yeah.
But so it's pretty nice, and people, and then upstairs there's a restaurant, and that's where I work. So people come in their swimsuits, half naked, every day. I'm talking hundreds of people dripping wet, and they're scared, as they should be. Because you're entering in a place of eating in your most vulnerable physical state.
Yeah, you just chilled out to your utmost ability.
Everybody who walks into my restaurant doesn't think they're supposed to be there. So everybody who walks in is like, and I have to, and it's mainly women too, because women like to go to spas more than men. So it's like Instagram models, and they're so hot.
And they see the weird guy, Tommy Bear.
And it's me and Clay, and we're so hungover.
Yeah.
We just smell like whiskey, and our shirts are dirty, and we're just like, "What's up, man? How's it going?" and they're just like, and we're like, "Yeah, sit down. We'll bring you some water," and we have to like calm them down for every person coming in.
Yeah, and
it's weird, and it gets so annoying too, because of course they would be weirded out
Mm-hmm.
coming into the place, but I'm just like, this is my job. I'm here every day. I'm here all the time. So I'm just like, God, I have to calm everyone down and be like, yes, you can eat here. And it is so frustrating. Sometimes I just let people come in and wander around.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm like too in the weeds during a shift
Mhm.
and people are just like standing near a door, I look at them and I'll just shake my head. I'll go, no, and they're like, and I'll shrug at them too. They'll be like, because they'll be like trying to get my attention.
They want you to start, and they want, because everyone's a baby when they enter in a restaurant.
Yeah,
They're just little fucking babies, and they need to be spoon fed, told where to go, which I get it. You know, I mean, the what's the opposite side of that is that they run it.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
they
no.
do everything. So it needs to be that way, but I do a thing when people walk in. I'm like, you go first. You start this. You say hello to me, and then we can begin this process.
See,
of you getting fucking French fries in your mouth.
I give them like the head shake and the shrug, and then it's like I let them stay,
Mm-hmm.
and then they know I shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be in the middle of the walkway in front of the store.
Yeah.
You get that far, and then I either point to the
Mhm.
front where they should go, or I'm like, I start just walking past them like, we can't be here.
Let's do a little improv.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you come into the bathhouse, and I'm gonna have that same technique. I'm not gonna greet you with the spiel.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
So I'm a little. I'm a deer.
You're a deer, and I've already served 60 people today,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm over it.
Yeah.
And you're in your swimsuit, and you're wet, and you only have one towel. You need more.
Mm-hmm.
You need more coverage.
Yeah.
And you just walked into the restaurant, and
Yeah,
I'm behind bar.
I got it. I came.
Mhm.
I was downstairs.
Yeah.
And I'm up here now. We wanted to.
Sure. Would you like to sit down?
Are we good to sit down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have like a table?
Yeah, I have tables. So look around.
Mm-hmm.
Tables everywhere. Sit anywhere you'd like. When you're ready to order,
Is there a specific table I should go to?
No, just wherever you'd like when you're ready to order.
I also have a friend who's downstairs.
Oh, you have a friend who's downstairs? Great. So we're gonna kill that person.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Your friend though?
Do they come?
How close were you to your friend?
It's gonna be my sister-in-law.
It's gonna be your sister-in-law?
Yeah.
You came to the bathhouse with your gonna be sister-in-law?
Mm-hmm.
She's gone.
Oh,
We took her out.
she's dead.
She's just gone. But you're fine. So you sit down wherever you'd like, and then whenever you're ready to order, just pop up to the bar.
Should I tell my family?
If you want to make a call, that's fine. But just enjoy your meal.
So I should. Do you have a table though?
I do have a table for you. Just to reiterate, did do a firing squad on her down in the bathhouse.
Okay.
I just don't want another person here.
Do you have sparkling water?
I do.
Okay.
And scene.
Yes.
All right.
No, that was good.
That was good.
Hold on. I feel like there's what other like I feel like you do. Okay, so I guess with your restaurant, it's mostly women that come in.
Yeah.
What happens when they're like? Do you get like a weird guy? Like does like that happen? Like, do you get like weird guys that come in and they're like, that's foreign to the vibe you usually get?
Well, if we want to be crass, foreign guys.
Oh yeah.
Who come in and they'll be like, lots of beautiful women, and I'm just like, bro, do not talk to me about the women. I am not making eye contact with any of the women. I'm very cordial, very nice. I'm good, but I'm like, I have to like treat them. Because they're too hot.
Yeah, it's also
so in order for me not to be weird, I just have to like be
there's nothing,
just stone.
Yeah,
and it's difficult to do that because sometimes they'll get drunk and flirt with me and I'm behind the bar making drinks. I'm making 1,000 mimosas, and they're like flirting with me, and I am full on having a panic attack.
I fucking love this woman. I love her so.
Because they're making me they're making me blush. I had these like Southern women. They were like 25. They were so hot, all blondes. You know, and they're coming from Texas, and they got kind of this energy about them. And they're like,
we're in New York.
They're like, we love New York. My sister just moved here, and so like we came up here, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they're, you know, I served them like 4 drinks apiece, you know, and they're just like, we might just take you home with us. And I'm like, God, I would like that so
Please take me away from this place.
God, I would like that so much. But what I'm saying is, I'm like, haha, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
The only time I'm ever like really flirted with, occasionally it'll be like a girl my own age, whatever. For the most part, it is older gay men.
Oh,
in their
they love us.
40s and 50s.
Because we're little twinks, man. And you're a twink with a mustache.
We're a little dude.
You're like a powerful 80s twink.
Yeah, no, I'm
you know,
I'm a good stock for
get
them,
you
for
behind
sure.
a microphone, Freddie Mercury style.
God damn.
Can you sing?
No, not really.
Okay, you seem like a guy who can maybe sing low key.
I'm like, I can, if something's like in my range and I don't have to like change octaves too much, I could do all right. But
I can carry a tune as well, but I have too annoying and like nasally of a voice for anything to be like really pleasant to listen to. And I play guitar too, so I'll like maybe like I'll be like once a month I'll be like, you know, maybe you can sing, man. And then I'll like record myself and I'll listen back and I'm like, I still can't do it.
No, I did that. I can't tell you how many times I did that from ages like 16 to 19.
Yeah.
Where I was like,
do you play?
No.
Oh.
But I was like, I'd just be like singing in the shower. So I'm like, I think that sounded good. Let's run that
Something
back.
happens in the shower where it distorts the way you perceive your vocals.
Yeah.
And you're like, I really need to get seen by the right person right
now.
now.
No, I know. I'm like
if there was like a manager in the bathroom, they should make a biopic. You know when there's always like the agent who hears them and they're like, whoa. And they like call their friend and they're like, Jimmy Two Shoes.
You got to listen to this guy.
You got to hear this guy. You know, and he's in the bar. They should have that scene, but he's in my bathroom and I'm in the shower like, whoa, 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 whoa. I know you love me, and I'm like, wow.
And it's the most perverted looking guy too.
Yeah,
he's just Dahmer glasses.
Yeah,
and
he's in my bathroom, in a suit, so much steam. He's so wet.
You know what's crazy is that like
so what's crazy?
Music moguls and like agents aren't really far off from that guy, or at least haven't been for like. Because I feel like most like agents for like young musicians are like, we got a hot 16-year-old that can fucking belt it, and it's like,
also,
and then like, yeah, that's how I make my money now.
Do you know what's another thing I was thinking about? There has not been a teen pop star idol since Justin Bieber.
That can't be true.
I think about it, man. You had Billie Eilish, but let's be honest, she was making adult music. She was like, I'm crazy. I'm Billie.
No,
I don't know.
She
wasn't making like Disney bops for 12-year-olds. I mean, like Billie Eilish was like 16 making, I mean, like 30-year-olds. Listen, you know.
Yeah, even Olivia Rodrigo. Oh no, she had songs about high school. I think Olivia Rodrigo, would be the most recent one.
She's the most recent one.
Yeah,
but not. I guess.
But that's still a long.
But she was like 17 when she pops, and now she's like 32, I think, at this point.
I think she's just 19 years old.
I think she's like 30.
She's 45.
I'm 50. That's since the last episode. It's been years.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been a hot 12-year-old boy with
the sauce.
With just juicy, yeah.
We were talking about Bobby Caldwell.
With sexy lips.
We were talking about Bobby Caldwell. How old do you think, I'm going to look it up. How old do you think Bobby Caldwell was
when he popped? 24.
You think Bobby, I mean, okay, we're on his Wikipedia. Because Bobby Caldwell, I mean, as far as white boys,
he's got a lot of sauce.
Unlimited sauce.
I know I already did this riff before the podcast, but Bobby Caldwell he owns 99% of the sauce for white boys. We need to redistribute some of the sauce.
Oh, dude.
That's Trump. I was doing Trump.
Oh, dude, this is crazy.
What's up?
Talk
to me.
Bobby Caldwell, you want to know how he got his start?
How?
Mom was a real estate agent, sold a house to Bob Marley, and then Bobby Caldwell and Bob Marley started like fraternizing, and that's how he like got into the music industry.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe Bob Marley heard Bobby Caldwell singing in the shower.
I think that, dude.
Maybe that's literally how it happened, and was just like, this white boy is crazy.
Oh, Bobby Caldwell got started at 7. He was in a band called Catmandu.
Okay. I was a bigger fan of Catman Don't. Of Dogman Don't.
Catman, you better not.
Catman, you better get out of my house.
He was a rhythm guitarist for Little Richard in the early 70s. So he's,
oh shit! So he was around.
Yeah.
So I bet his first album then 24. I'll say.
Yeah, I think.
Because he's
19...
too. But do you know what's crazy? I mean, because he has too powerful of a voice. It doesn't sound like a young man's voice.
What You Won't Do for Love reached the top 10 in the global. Let's see when What You Won't Do for Love came out, because he had the sauce. So
I feel like
he must
a
have
lot
had
of
the
people
sauce.
still don't know. Everyone knows his hits. I feel like a lot of people still don't know he's white.
Yeah, I feel like there's been. I think like once a year I'll tell someone that Bobby Caldwell is white. And
Yeah,
like,
and they'll be like, "Wait, the guy who goes, I came out to let you know," and they're like, "That guy?"
and it's like, yeah,
And you're like, straight up,
yeah, one of the whitest looking men.
one of the weirdest.
Just a goofy white boy.
He looks like every weird guy in Brooklyn.
He is what they don't know it, but that's what white boys in Brooklyn really want to be. They
Bobby
want to be.
Caldwell.
They would love to be Bobby Caldwell.
I mean, case in point, right here, brother.
I mean, no, but we know we're
aware.
elevated Brooklyn boys.
Mhm.
We know we want to be Bobby Caldwell. That's all I want in this life.
I have a not to, switch topics here.
Mhm.
And then I want to talk about weird guy movies.
Yeah.
To kind of where we left off on the last one, but I have a weird guy question.
Yeah.
Who's the weirdest comedian you've ever met in person? At like open mics, just like guys who kind of like float around.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like you didn't start in New York,
No, I started in San Luis Obispo, which is like a little beach town in California.
right? And there's a lot, and because I started in Minneapolis, which is not as small as a scene as that,
Mhm.
but it is still a smaller city and has its local scene. And there are some.
You got a
couple guys?
I got a great weird guy for you.
See, I knew because I knew you started in that smaller
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
So
I'm 5'8". I'm a somewhat shorter man.
ew.
I know, it's crazy.
Sorry, all the women listening, just stop.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Fellas, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, gay men in your 40s, I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
No,
I'm just kidding. We appreciate short kings
yeah.
on this podcast.
I'm absolutely pro short king.
Mhm.
But I'm this guy who's like this is probably in his 40s or 50s. He's like trying to like fraternize with me about being short, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm like 20.
He's trying to bond. He
wants to bond. He's shorter and like wants to like
connect with being short.
And
you're like, this isn't my personality.
No, but I'm like, no, dude, short guys. I've been on short guys rule for a minute.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean,
short guys.
and then
you were ahead of the market.
Yeah.
Before even short came.
I bought
before the stock rose.
I got in on short king early, dude.
And you're holding on.
Yeah, I'm
to the moon.
Yeah. It's gonna be sick.
Mm-hmm.
But we're like talking about being short, and then he goes, yeah, I'm saving up. I think I'm gonna get the shin lengthening surgery that makes you like 3 inches taller.
What?
Have you heard about this?
Yeah, but
no, but it's no. So
just like casually dropping. I'm getting my legs extended via complicated surgery.
And he goes like, yeah, are you like as if it's like a given that I'm like, also this is in my mind that like I'm gonna eventually go from 5'8" to 5'11". Like that's
crazy.
And I go, oh,
I have a lot of thoughts.
I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really unhealthy way. I wouldn't. And he goes, what the fuck do you know? And then did not talk to me. I would see this guy at Mike's for like a couple weeks after. This was right before I left. But,
Oh my god, I've so.
But he did not never talk to me. Just it was like I told
And what?
him.
He's in his mid-40s.
He's a full grown man.
It was so weird starting comedy because so you're 21.
I'm about to turn 21 at the time.
So we started at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a couple years older than you, but I started at 20. So
yeah,
and the amount of weird conversations I would have with people in their 40s, with like mentally ill comedians, but me not being like aware enough to have like the awareness that like, oh, they're like comedy is like a crazy endeavor.
You also don't have your own conviction at that age.
No, you don't. And also you want people to like, and I already want people to like me so bad.
Yeah.
You know,
so like
I
just took it. I was like, I'm sorry, man.
I had so many just grown. Imagine going up to a 20-year-old and saying anything like that. There's like younger guys in the scene now who are like 19, and I'm just like, you're so great, man.
Yeah.
If you need anything, let me like just stay with it, dude. If anyone bothers you, let me know. That sucks.
Yeah.
But just like grown people coming up to me and being like, I remember this like guy would come up to me and he was like kind of like an old guard in the scene, got canceled for fucking
I got another
sexually assault, a lot of those guys went away because fucking men is trash.
men be do wrong.
Men is trash. But just like this guy coming up to me and like I wanted his respect because he like would run these clubs and stuff like that, and he'd just be like, I'd be like 20, just waiting to get up at an open mic, and he's like, how long you been doing comedy? And I'm like, about like 6 months now, I think. And he's like, yeah, I don't really consider you a comedian. And I just would look him right back in the eye, and I was like, all right.
You're like, that's fair.
And he's like, I mean, you'll just get that. You just got to do this, and then you'll be and I'm just like, man, I'm just trying to go up so I can go to this house party. I'm really trying to kiss this girl, Hannah. I don't know what we're talking. You're 38.
Yeah.
You know?
And you are like, but again, that goes back to like the power thing. It's just like, he loves going up to guys like you and being like, you're not it, man.
Do you think, I don't think there's that many of those. I feel like that toxicity kind of went away, but it was still pretty prevalent in like 2016. I feel like everyone kind of like shaped up a little bit.
I like started right before the pandemic, and then I didn't do it at all for 2 years
because of the one thing. I always forget.
You forget, man.
I always forget I don't even know what it was called.
Bovine.
Yeah, Bovid.
Bovine 19.
That's what Bloods say.
Yeah.
They say Bovid. Imagine a Blood and Crips spelling bee. They would have a tough time.
Just like everyone's wrong. Just like,
yeah,
that's what I stand for. But fucking, what was I saying?
You started before the pandemic. Weird guys coming up to you.
Oh, as far as toxicity. So apparently this is like true about even New York. Is like apparently it used to be like way more cutthroat here, but like between everyone, and then since everything is kind of opened back up, there seems to be like a general, like a little bit more of like a cohesive.
You know what? Also, it is the internet changed that too. Things were cutthroat because there was like no one was posting any clips when I started. That was like unheard of that you would post material in like 2016. Now the idea of like the comedy album has like kind of gone away, and your album is just kind of like the clip that you have going on that you can surmise that month, you know? So I feel like there's like more of like a mutual respect and not much toxicity, not because people are nicer, but because you don't know who has 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
Because before everyone, it was just a clear totem pole and hierarchy of moving your way up through clubs.
Yeah.
And so everyone knew everyone's place, and everybody had a place. And there is a balance to that. Like in any dictatorship, there is kind of like it's
a little more democratic.
There's a weird fairness and unfair. I mean, there's benefits because now it's like full on free market.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy. I mean, there'll be like local Minneapolis comics who will have like, they'll post a clip and it's like, it's not stomach's growling. Can you hear that? Yeah. I only had one thing to eat today.
God, you gotta eat more, man.
I know. I'm gonna get a sandwich after this.
That's good.
And I'm having a coffee too.
You got the gut grumbles.
I got the grumbles.
You were saying?
They'll post a clip that's like very like clickbaity. They'll get like 1 million views, and they'll have like 20,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna disrupt.
Yeah, no, that's gonna shake things up.
That's gonna shake things up in Minneapolis a little bit in some smaller scenes. You'll have a person who's like a year in, who's like, hey, can I do time on the mic? And then a person who's been running for like 10 years, who's like very seasoned, very good.
Mhm.
And then they're like, no, you can't. And then they'll be like, fuck, I have -5 followers.
It's like, yeah, you figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Be hot on the internet or kill yourself.
Or kill yourself. And that's you heard that
That's
from the
what-
weird guys.
That's what you need to take away from
This podcast.
yeah.
Dude, I went on the road with this guy named Bob Damaris. I don't have a problem saying his name. I think he's dead now.
Perfect.
Man, dude, my stomach's going crazy.
Don't stop doing that.
Hold on, let me settle in.
Bob Damaris.
I'm also having a coffee too. That's kind of doing it. All right, yeah, Bob Damaris. He used to run this comedy club like outside of Minneapolis called like Bob Damaris's world famous
Stop.
comedy bunker. And this man, he was insane.
How does this? So that's what I was.
It was like it was like in a basement. The comedy club was like in the basement of a bar, and the basement was like there was just like plywood everywhere and like screws, and it was not up to code.
Of course, I mean that just shows you like what comics and people who like comedy like will go to do to like watch some manic person talking to a microphone for 10 minutes.
Dude, when I was like 21, he hits me up because you don't know who anybody really is.
No,
and he hits me up, and you just want to go on the road too, especially when you're like younger. And he like hits me up, and he's like, and the only reason I went because I went with like my best friend Ryan, who I do a podcast with him. We Cool, check it out after you listen to Weird Guys. Check out We Cool podcast where we apologize for things, demand apologies. Listeners can write in apologies.
That's cute.
It is cute. You should come on, man.
I will.
Well, you're uninvited now.
Okay.
All right, now you're back on.
All right. Dude.
All right. He's like, do you want to go to like Wyoming for a show?
3 states over from Minnesota. 3 full states over.
Yeah, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Do you want to like host this comedy club? And Ryan's featuring, and Bob Damaris is headlining, and he picks us up at like 4 a.m, and he's got a case of on his lap. He has a case of 12 Diet Dr. Mr. Pibbs.
God, that is sad.
Which is it's like a deep, like, where do you buy those?
No, I mean
when is the last time you've seen a Diet Mr. Pibb?
That's what I'm like, but I mean, that's a thing about like truly weird adult men.
Yeah.
Is that they will have products where you're like, there's no way that there's a market for this. But it's just like, it's in like select stores where it's like, do you want to, it's like, there's like sandpaper, toilet paper. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, and it's always, they always say the same thing. It's just like, this is what I get. And it's like, you are wiping your ass with a gun, and it's like, I buy it, man.
Gun toilet paper. Picks us up at like 4 a.m. It's icy roads. It's the middle of winter. He's going 15 over the speed limit.
Hell yeah.
And we're like so tired. It's like 4:30 in the morning. He's like cutting people off, and he's going like fucking Italians. And we're just like, whoa.
There's also not that many Italians in the Midwest.
Not a lot of Italians.
Yeah, that's
and
not
we're
where
like,
they
why
are.
would he? We're like, we don't know if he's like trying to be funny, but it was a 6, maybe 7-hour car ride with this guy, and we're like fucking with him the whole because he's just insane. Like he would be like driving, and he'd be like, me and Ryan are like talking about something, and he'd be like, yeah, I've been in 300. I've won 303 fights.
The lies,
303.
The lies that weird adult men will tell you.
Yeah.
It's always the most specific thing.
And I remember that number. And we were like 303, and he's like, yeah, I've won every one. And we're like, what?
God, dude. I had this detention monitor in middle school who later got arrested for being a pedophile.
Yeah, there was a lot of those in high school.
Yeah, but he would always tell me shit.
Honestly, I think kids should teach kids.
Yeah,
If you're an adult teaching kids,
that's weird. That's
weird vibes, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Weird vibes. Why don't you teach some other adults?
Yeah.
Let them handle it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
God, can you imagine like you or me at 17 teaching like a 14-year-old?
It should be like jury.
Anything?
It should be like jury duty, where everyone teaches. It's like your week for teaching.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was a student?
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Did I ever tell you about the time I was a student leader mentor for like freshmen? So like I did like freshman orientation. I was in leadership, and so
Okay.
like we once a month we'd have like a group with like it'd be like 3 juniors and seniors,
Mhm.
and then like 20 freshmen, and
Mhm.
like we'd all just sort of like help them out with like anything that's going on, tell
Yeah.
them activities that are going on in the school.
Yeah.
For orientation, I have the craziest group. I know right off the bat that we got some crazy weird guys,
Some wild boys, some wild freshmen.
some wild boys. There's one kid who the whole group is talking about how much this 14-year-old is fucking. Like he immediately establishes himself as the alpha.
He's the sex guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Just so everyone's clear, I'm the guy who has sex.
Yeah, he is the guy who has fingered so many times.
Dude, I would call myself when I finally had sex my senior year of high school, and I had sex with probably just a few girls, you know. But I would call myself the king of sex.
Awesome. Huge dub.
As soon as I lost my virginity, I'd be like, just call me the king of sex. Man.
Yeah,
I'm the king of it all.
I'm the guy who fucks that one time.
What?
So it's that kid,
Uh-huh.
and then I have a kid who is in a wheelchair. His legs do not work, and I only preface
I'm
this.
sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at that.
No, I mean it gets good.
Guy who just found out about guys.
They're
in little cars.
So for so for the whole group, I'm like, you know, it's all stock questions.
Mhm.
What are you excited for about the school year? Are you excited? Like what sports or
Mhm.
clubs are you going to be in?
Do you like pussy?
Do you like pussy? What did you do over summer?
Yeah.
I'm going around, and you know, these freshmen are like, they hate me already. I'm like this loser.
You're
whatever.
dad. You're
I'm
being
dad. I'm being dad.
Yeah.
I asked the kid in the wheelchair, like, what did you do over summer? And he goes, oh, I played a lot of soccer. And I'm like, I love soccer. And I skip over him. And dude, what I found out is this kid liked to talk shit immediately.
He's funny.
So, and then
He's got to be funny. You're in a wheelchair and you're in high school.
And he goes, excuse me, man. I didn't play soccer. And then the sex kid goes, oh, you could have played goalie. And the whole class just like is erupted. And I'm like, I lost him. And the two others, I was the one asking the question. They're like, no, we're not taking.
They're cool now.
Yeah, we're fuck.
That was weird.
Yeah, so I'm pissed off that happened.
You want to pick it up?
No, don't touch it. Don't, Tommy.
Matt dropped his phone.
I did. I mean, yeah, I
it was
my phone.
almost as weird as when I fixed my pants.
God, it's fine, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Shit.
But
no, like that was like fucking. That's when dudes show up, and it's a little weird, but it's fun.
It is fun. One more thing I want to say about Bob Damaris.
Yes,
I got 2 more things I want to say about
Let it rip.
I can't believe I'm saying his name. I don't think he's dead.
I don't know if it's better or worse that he's not dead now.
He's like 60. He's like an old road. There's no way he's online.
No, but
also we've talked shit about him on so many podcasts. He first off during the car ride at one point. So he says he's beat up all these guys. We like made him talk about it, and we figured out that he didn't. Big surprise. At one point, he said he was sober. He was like, "Yeah, I haven't drank in like 50 years," and we're just like, "All right, I don't care." He's like, "Yeah, I just don't." Got trashed every show.
Yeah.
Hit on all the wait staff.
Sick.
Completely inappropriate. Bombed every show.
Awesome.
Me and Ryan are killing. At one point, he's bombing so bad, he just steals my act.
that you've already done.
that I've already done.
Oh,
He just starts
awesome.
doing my jokes again, and it was kind of working again. Like I had this like Taco Bell bit at the time that he just starts like getting into. It's like working at the time, and then he's like, "Man, you guys are great. You got a headline, Bob's World Famous Comedy Bunker. Nobody knows about it. It says Bob's World Famous Comedy Bunker, and then there's a globe on stage. Very interesting setup. And then we got banned from his club because Ryan was on stage." And there's like 12 people in the audience.
Mhm.
This is such a it's just the worst fucking club ever.
Yeah.
And he goes, Bob. He sees Bob sitting in the audience. He goes, "You guys give it up for Bob. This is Bob. He's the owner of the club." 12, just 2 people clap.
Yeah.
And he goes,
No one cares.
"Bob, how much would I have to pay you for me to suck your dick?" Kills.
Yeah.
Bob just storms out
Mhm.
of the club. He's like, just completely texts us, "You're banned." And we're like, "All right, big dog."
You gotta do what
See
you
ya,
gotta
Chief.
do. Yeah. God,
Yeah.
I love weird guys.
Weird guy. A lot of weird comics.
A lot of weird comics. I feel like,
Mhm.
yeah, weird.
There's this one comic named, dude, I'm like in the naming names. I don't want to name this guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna beep out any of the Bob.
Yeah. Bob Nurse is fine. This
Yeah.
other guy, I won't name. But just like heavily autistic.
Mm-hmm.
But he would go up and he would have his joke. Yeah, you talk like this. And he would like, to get to his first premise, he would stumble for like 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying like a very like non-controversial thing in like the most controversial
I
way.
love that.
And I would piss my pants laughing. And I'm gonna give you an example. Adam open mic, he's like, "Yeah, I think black people, all the comics are dying." He's like, he just said black people, and he doesn't. You're like, what's he gonna say? And he's like, I think interracial marriage is fine.
And was it every joke like that?
Yeah, and it was just like, pedophilia is bad.
Was there like a self-awareness to it?
No,
None at all.
And you'd be like, "Dude, that was so good." And he's like, "I'm just trying to work it out. I don't really know the angle." And I'm like, "You're a genius, actually."
Yeah, no, it really is beautiful.
Mhm. R.I.P. him too. I think everyone died.
Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead.
I think I'm gonna start doing that, where if I just don't really know what a person's up to, like I think they're
passed.
dead.
They passed on. Great. They're great too.
Dad's dead? No.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't talk to him last week.
Yeah. He could. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you? Oh, dude, there's been times where this is a really weird guy thing. What happens when you're a weird guy is you always go for like the weird moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one time where I was like fucking around with this girl, like we were at like a party. It was like not even a party. It was like 7 of us hanging out. It was a crazy party. And she was like, "You could make me cry." And
You couldn't.
She's saying you could not me.
Yeah, you
the
could
weird-
not make me cry.
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, it's possible that I could. Like, there's a possibility that I could, like, I'm not going to do it. It'd be
Yeah.
crazy. But, like,
Well,
I
I'm not
could.
going to put this to the test.
Yeah. And so, but.
Because
the-
what's
then-
the best case scenario? You cry.
and she's like, "You could not do it." And I'm like,
Your competitiveness is kind of.
and I'm like, I mean, I could. I absolutely could. Like, and then I go like, "Oh yeah, I could drag your mom and your dad downstairs, stab them in the head, and you'd be fine. You wouldn't cry." And everyone's like, "Matt, stop." And I'm like, "What? No, what? I can't. If I dragged her mom down the stairs, kicked her head in," and they're like, "Matt, stop." And I'm like, "What? What's going on?" And then one girl who is fully bawling, not her friend though, is like, "Her mom died last like September." It was like 3 months before, and I was like, "No."
But she
no."
didn't cry.
So what happened was she was like so in shock that she started laughing, and I was like, "No."
But was it one of those
everyone
bad
else,
laughs?
Yeah, it was like
I hate it on like a
Yeah.
like a spaz.
she
laugh.
understands. She understands that like that wasn't my. She like is aware enough to understand like that. That wasn't what I was trying to go for.
Yeah.
But she's also. I mean, she has to be sad about her mom dying, and also everyone around me is crying.
That's the thing about moms dying, man. You gotta be sad about it.
I mean, people just do not let it go.
I
you
mean,
know?
when your parents dies, it's just if there's one thing that's true, and if there's one thing you can take away from this podcast, you're just gonna get a little sad, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Do
you now when you say something like that, do you do the thing? Do you stay up at night and go, "Why did I fucking say?"
Oh no, of course.
Because I've been I said a thing.
My whole thing being a weird guy my entire life is I love to say the weirdest thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then as soon as I even get a little bit in trouble for it, I'm like I full
I
panic.
hate getting in trouble.
I hate it.
I hate getting in trouble, and I like breaking the rules. I don't know what my fucking deal is.
It's the worst.
I like breaking
because
the rules when everybody approves and gives me the thumbs up, and they go, "That was a way to push it."
getting to the line, like looking over the cliff
Yeah.
of trouble, and you're like,
I do that before I go on stage too. I have this like impulse where like I need to say like a bunch of things before I get into like my jokes.
mm-hmm.
And they're not, sometimes you would consider them riffs because they're getting laughs and it's in the moment. And it's a way for me to get into the moment. That's why I do it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just say like 3 random things and people are like, "What are you talking about?" And then I'm like, and then I start the jokes.
Yeah, and then it's like,
but then it kind of takes me like 2 jokes for the third joke to work.
yeah,
You know? And I don't know. It's like an impulse thing, you know?
yeah. All right, we only got a little bit of time. Let's talk weird guys.
Damn, we just blow through these.
Yeah, that was, dude. That's.
I could go 2 more hours.
I know, weird guys. There's, I mean, just a vat of weird guy stuff to talk about.
My tummy was rumbling.
Mm-hmm.
You dropped your phone.
I dropped my fucking phone, dude. That was.
I'll say it, man. This podcast has been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, it's been
From start to finish.
off the rails.
It's been off the rails.
No, I mean, just no structure.
No structure.
We 2 weird guys. I mean, we talked about just people who want food, and we like called them like basically cowards for like 10 minutes.
Dude, when people come into my fucking restaurant wanting food,
I'm so pissed off.
I boil
yeah.
with anger. They go, and they're so nice too. And they
Mhm.
go like, "Yeah, I was thinking about, do you like the Wagyu or
Shut up.
or the chicken better?"
Shut up.
And I'm
Shut
like-
up about the Wagyu.
I'm like, they're like, I just don't know between. Sometimes they'll be like, "I don't know between like the Wagyu and the French toast," and I'm like, "Do you want me to weigh in?" Do you know what I've been saying to guests who walk in, to patrons? This will fuck people's minds up. When they hit you with a question, and then we'll talk about weird comedy movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. Take away, if you work in service industry, steal this. People come in and they'll go like, "I don't know between like the Wagyu or the French toast. Completely different. Food, you want sweet, savory egg bread or meat? What are you fucking talking about?" So I look them right in the eye and go, "You're the only person who can make yourself happy."
That's good. That's good.
And they're a little taken aback. They kind of have a slight existential crisis.
Or it's like
I go, "You're the only person who can make yourself happy." And they go, "I'll have French toast." And I'm like, "Wonderful."
fuck, that is so good.
Yeah.
Because
It's cold. And it's so polite too.
It's so polite. That's the worst part, is that it shakes them to their core and you did nothing wrong.
And I do it with an evil smile.
Mm-hmm.
With a glint in my eye that
my
says,
God.
if I had a kitchen gun right now, I would use it.
Yeah, no. Oh God, that's beautiful. I'm taking that.
I go, well, sometimes I'm a little nicer about it. I'm a little bit more like, you're the only person who can make yourself happy. But sometimes I'm like, you're the only person who can make yourself happy.
Oh, that's good.
And then don't you fucking hate it when they go, "What do you like better, this or that?" And then you say what you like better, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'll have the other thing." And you're like, what a
No, my favorite.
I guess I just go fuck myself.
Yeah, no. They ask, should I get the carbonara or the baked eggs? And I was like, I feel like I'd probably get the carbonara. And they're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get the bacon, egg, and cheese.
And you're like, well, great.
Awesome.
Hey, quick question. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know this about me. You've never met me. You're a customer.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if you know this about me.
I'm gonna lose it. I don't know if you know that about me. I'm gonna lose it, and it might be right now. So
So 5, 4,
3, 2,
2. Coming right up.
bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
We don't have time for debates, but plug, that was fun. I think what I might do is I literally might put this one first and then the other one. And
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Maybe I won't. I don't know, dude. I'm fucking
Dude,
nuts.
I don't know, dude. You're executive producer.
Yeah.
You're the CEO.
Fucking plug your shit.
When's this coming out?
Probably Tuesday or next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. You follow me. I'm always on these fucking bar shows.
Mm-hmm. You're going to Baltimore soon.
Going to Baltimore next week with our good friends Noah Grant and Eton Mead.
Eton Mead.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Mead. And that's gonna be a good time.
I was supposed to go.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
It was gonna be the 5 of us?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what are you doing next week?
I'm going to New Zealand on Thursday.
Well, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
No, I'm really excited.
Seeing the fam?
Yeah.
You going with Papa?
I'm gonna see Mama, Papa. Bro's not going.
Wait, they live there?
My
grandpa.
No, my sister lives there.
Oh.
My sister is gonna have a baby.
Oh, that's right.
And so we're doing like a little baby shower, a little get together.
That's wonderful. Uncle Matt.
Uncle Matt.
Mm-hmm. Weird Uncle Matt.
The fucking weirdest guy.
Weird Uncle Matt coming in.
I'm not allowed to see the kid anymore.
Yeah.
Weird
Here
Uncle
comes
Matt.
Weird Uncle Matt.
All right. This has been Common Enemies. Good night, everyone. I love you. Bye.
Good night.